Today, I begin a new life. Today, I shed my old skin, which hath too long suffered the bruises of failure and the wounds of mediocrity. Today, I am born anew, and my birthplace is a vineyard where there is fruit for all. Today, I will pluck grapes of wisdom from the tallest and fullest vines in the vineyard, for these were planted by the wisest of my profession who have come before me, generation upon generation. Today, I will savor the taste of grapes from these vines, and verily, I will swallow the seed of success buried in each, and new life will sprout within me. The career I have chosen is laden with opportunity, yet it is fraught with heartbreak and despair, and the bodies of those who have failed, where they piled one atop another, would cast its shadow down upon all the pyramids of the earth. Yet I will not fail as the others, for in my hands I now hold the charts which will guide me through perilous waters to shores which only yesterday seemed but a dream. Failure no longer will be payment for my struggle. Just as nature made no provision for my body to tolerate pain, neither has it made any provision for my life to suffer failure. Failure, like pain, is alien to my life. In the past, I accepted it as I accepted pain. Now I reject it, and I am prepared for wisdom and principles which will guide me out of the shadows into the sunlight of wealth, position, and happiness, far beyond my most extravagant dreams, until even the golden apples in the garden of Hesperides will seem no more than my just reward. Time teaches all things to he who lives forever, but I have not the luxury of eternity. Yet within my allotted time, I must practice the art of patience, for nature acts never in haste. I'll turn that off real quick. I'll take a short pause. Hate to interrupt you, but I'll just do this right now. I'm here on my sailboat this evening, my 32-foot wooden cutter, and it's the end of the day. I had a huge, long work day today. I'm a general contractor, a builder, and a logger, and today I did all of that. I started the day with lining my employees out at work, and ended the day with delivering a barge load of lumber to Tennecky Springs, Alaska, hometown that I'm in right now. So if you'd like to see those videos, I'll go ahead and link them below. So I had a really long day, great day, super great but long, and I'm tired, and when I started this I did not necessarily want to do it, but I remembered that I needed to do it, and so that's why we're reading this scroll today. So we're reading the greatest salesman in the world. It's a collection of scrolls, and you read one scroll for 30 days, 3 times a day. And after you've read that one scroll for 30 days, 3 times a day, you can proceed to the next scroll. So we're going to get back to it here, and wrap this up. It's one of those things, like, you just need to start. As soon as I started, I felt great. And I felt great all day, but would have been easier to go to bed without doing this. So tomorrow I'll try to do this right in the middle of the day when I'm outside and the sun's shining and everything's great. Take a little break from our work day, but today we didn't get to make that happen. We were busy, so we're still gonna get our reading done. So here we go. This is my favorite paragraph of this scroll right here. Time teaches all things to he who lives forever, but I have not the luxury of eternity. Yet within my allotted time, I must practice the art of patience, for nature acts never in haste. To create the olive, king of all trees, 100 years is required. An onion plant is old in 9 weeks. I have lived as an onion plant. It has not pleased me. Now, I wouldst become the greatest of olive trees, and in truth, the greatest of salesmen. And how will this be accomplished? For I have neither the knowledge nor the experience to achieve greatness. And already I have stumbled in ignorance and fallen into pools of self-pity. The answer is simple. I will commence my journey unencumbered with either the weight of unnecessary knowledge or the handicap of meaningless experience. Nature already has supplied me with knowledge and instinct far greater than any beast in the forest, and the value of experience is overrated, usually by old men who nod wisely and speak stupidly. In truth, experience teaches thoroughly, yet her course of instruction devours men's years, so the value of her lessons diminishes with the time necessary to acquire her special wisdom. The end finds it wasted on dead men. Furthermore, experience is comparable to fashion. An action that proved successful today will be unworkable and impractical tomorrow. Only principles endure, and these I now possess, for the laws that will lead me to greatness are contained in the words of these scrolls. What they will teach me is more to prevent failure than to gain success. For what is success other than a state of mind? Which two, among 1,000 wise men, will define success in the same words? Yet failure is always described but one way. Failure is man's inability to reach his goals in life, whatever they may be. In truth, the only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the key to all success. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. Thus, the first law I will obey, which precedeth all others, is, I will form good habits and become their slaves. As a child, I was slave to my impulses. Now I am a slave to my habits, as are all grown men. I have surrendered my free will to the years of accumulated habits, and the past deeds of my life have already marked out a path which threatens to imprison my future. My actions are ruled by appetite, passion, prejudice, greed, love, fear, environment, habit, and the worst of these tyrants is habit. Therefore, if I must be a slave to habit, let me be a slave to good habits. My bad habits must be destroyed, and new furrows prepared for good seed. I will form good habits and become their slave. And how will I accomplish this difficult feat? Through these scrolls it will be done, for each scroll contains a principle which will drive a bad habit from my life and replace it with one which will bring me closer to success. For it is another of nature's laws that only a habit can subdue another habit. So, in order for these written words to perform their chosen task, I must discipline myself with the first of my new habits, which is as follows. I will read each scroll for 30 days in this prescribed manner before I proceed to the next scroll. First, I will read the words in silence when I arise. Then, I will read the words in silence after I have partaken of my midday meal. Last, I will read the words again just before I retire at day's end. And most important, on this occasion, I will read the words aloud. On the next day, I will repeat this procedure, and I will continue in like manner for 30 days. Then, I will turn to the next scroll and repeat this procedure for another 30 days. I will continue in this manner until I have lived with each scroll for 30 days and my reading has become habit. And what will be accomplished with this habit? Herein lies the hidden secret of all man's accomplishments. As I repeat the words daily, they will soon become a part of my active mind. But more important, they will also seep into my other mind, that mysterious source which never sleeps, which creates my dreams and often makes me act in ways I do not comprehend. As the words of these scrolls are consumed by my mysterious mind, I will begin to awake each morning with a vitality I have never known before. My vigor will increase, my enthusiasm will rise, my desire to meet the world will overcome every fear I once knew at sunrise, and I will be happier than I ever believed it possible to be in this world of strife and sorrow. Eventually, I will find myself reacting to all situations with which confront me as I was commanded in the scrolls to react. And soon, these actions and reactions will become easy to perform, for any act with practice becomes easy. Thus, a new and good habit is born. For when an act becomes easy through constant repetition, it becomes a pleasure to perform. And if it is a pleasure to perform, it is man's nature to perform it often. When I perform it often, it becomes a habit, and I become its slave. And since it is a good habit, this is my will. Today, I begin a new life. And I make a solemn oath to myself that nothing will retard my new life's growth. I will lose not a day from these readings, for that day cannot be retrieved, nor can I substitute another for it. I must not, I will not, break this habit of daily reading from these scrolls, and in truth, the few moments spent each day on this new habit are but a small price to pay for the happiness and success that will be mine. As I read and reread the words in the scrolls to follow, never will I allow the brevity of each scroll, nor the simplicity of its words, to cause me to treat the scroll's message lightly. Thousands of grapes are pressed to fill one jar with wine, and the grape skin and pulp are tossed to the birds. So it is with these grapes of wisdom from the ages. Much has been filtered and tossed to the wind. Only the pure truth lies distilled in the words to come. I will drink as instructed and spill not a drop, and the seed of success I will swallow. Today, my old skin has become as dust. I will walk tall among men, and they will know me not, for today I am a new man with a new life. Amen. Well, thank you for coming along with me today. I usually have never made YouTube videos late in the evening like this, but I did not want to miss my daily reading because we're going for 1 day through 30 days of scroll 1, and then I'm going to keep going with scroll 2 and scroll 3 and scroll 4. So I can read this entire book because I've done this 3 times. Okay? I've earned this. You guys don't get to read this whole book yet because you're still on scroll 1. So there's 10 scrolls. That's what I thought. I was going to say 11 for some reason, but there's 10 total. So if you bear with me, we'll go through 10 scrolls. That'll be 10 months. And in 10 months, we can read the final chapter of the book. And we'll read that chapter for about a month over and over. And then, well, go live your best life and decide if you want to do this again. I found it super beneficial to me. So if you'd like to purchase a copy of this book, Greatest Salesman in the World, I put an Amazon link below and you can click on it and buy it. That would be awesome. And you can either read the book 3 times a day, read your scrolls, or you can just watch this video 3 times a day too. And I'm going to read this every single day, so you don't have to listen to the same video, same reading of the book every day. Like, I'm going to read it myself out loud to you every single day of the month. And when we get to the end of the month at 30 days, I'm so excited to share with you scroll 2. I'm so excited. They actually get easier. So the first one is the hardest for me to read. I'm not sure if that's because it's the longest. I don't count the pages, but it's the hardest for me to read. And I've read all of them over and over again for 3 years. So I've done this 3 times. I guess this is my 4th time. It's pretty cool. So I know that the rest of the scrolls, I'm giving you a little cheat tip tonight because we're doing the late night, late night with Sterling here. So they get easier, they get shorter. Some of them we're going to be able to read through really fast, and the first one is the longest and the hardest, and I think that that's part of the deal. It's like you need to develop the discipline, and if you can develop the discipline to listen to me saying those words 3 times a day, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do that. You should probably buy the book. But if you can develop the discipline to read this 3 times a day, or read it twice and listen to me once a day, whatever, you're really going to be on the path to greatness. And when you get to the 2nd scroll and the 3rd scroll and the 5th scroll and the 6th scroll, it's just going to keep getting better and better, simpler, faster, easier to read, easier to comprehend, easier to input, and more helpful. So hang in there. If you are starting to try to do this, just keep going. It's going to keep getting easier and better. And yeah, we had a great day here at Second Growth Homes. I've got a really nice YouTube video of us sawmilling and barging lumber across the inlet here in Tennecky Springs, and I'm gonna make up that video tomorrow. So have a great night, everybody, and thanks for joining me on this late night edition of Second Growth Homes. Thank you so much. We're probably gonna do this again. I mean, by the time we're done with 10 months of this every day, we're definitely gonna do some more late night editions that will probably get pretty fun, because my wife and my kids will probably be here for some of those, and they'll be really funny. So thank you so much for coming with me today, and if you'd like to watch more of these videos, please remember to click on the like and subscribe buttons below, and you can also just come back to Second Growth Homes YouTube channel, click on playlists, click on Reading with Sterling, and you can get all these videos. If you want to watch other videos of me and my family and my business and what we do, logging and building houses and living our crazy lifestyle in Southeast Alaska, go to Second Growth Homes on YouTube, search it, Second Growth Homes, all spelled out, and then click on the video tab, and you can watch any kind of video you want on there. So, have a great evening. Bye-bye.